This video is going to focus on multiplicative comparisons with group size unknown. But before we do that, I want us to kind of look back over the one either you did the day before or the one for multiplicative comparison for product unknown, just to kind of review so we can really focus in on the difference between these two. So remember, Caitlin ran 4 laps around the football field. Jake ran 3 times as many laps around as Caitlin. Around that football field, how many laps did Jake run? So Caitlin ran 4 laps. Jake ran Caitlin's amount times 3 because he ran 3 times as much as Caitlin. So then what we did is we represented Caitlin with 4 laps here, and we knew that Jake ran 4 times as much. So the 1 times as much would be 4 laps, 2 times as much would be another 4, the 3 times as much would be another 4, and that 4, 4, and 4 would give us 12 laps. We can also represent this with an equation. 4 times 3 equals L. L is a variable that stands for the unknown because we didn't know how many laps Jake ran at first, but then we solved it and figured out he ran 12. So let's keep this word problem in mind as we look at our next word problem, and we really focus on multiplicative comparison with group size unknown. So when we read the new word problem, let's really look. It says Jake ran 12 laps around the football field. Well, before we were trying to figure out how many laps Jake ran. Well, this time it's telling us he ran 12. That is 3 times as much as Caitlin ran around. So last time we were talking about Jake ran 3 times. This time we're saying that Jake's amount was 3 times as Caitlin. So you can see the difference there. So when we are reading word problems, we want to use the 3-read strategy that we looked at last time. Some of you may have seen this in class, and some of you it may be new. But try to read the word problems on your own. If you need to take it sentence by sentence, if you need to draw pictures, if you really do need some help, ask someone to help you, but really try to do that on your own. So the 3-read strategy, number 1, the first time we read it is what is going on. We don't want to talk about any numbers. We really just want to summarize what's going on. And we're going to kind of ignore the word problem, okay? So Jake ran 12 laps around the football field. That is 3 times as much as Caitlin ran around the football field. So basically what this is talking about is Jake and Caitlin running around the football field. You can see I didn't talk about any numbers, just Jake and Caitlin running around the football field. All right, the next time we read it, we focus in on the numbers and relationships. So Jake ran 12 laps around the football field. That is 3 times as much as Caitlin ran around the football field. So at this point, I'm going to start drawing some pictures and writing down some information to kind of help me. So I know that Jake, he ran 12 laps, okay? Because it says Jake ran 12 laps around the football field. And so it says that that amount is 3 times as much as Caitlin. So I'm going to go ahead and represent the 12 laps with Jake. All right. And I'm going to think about that amount is 3 times more than Caitlin. It's 3 times more. So I really want to think about breaking this up into 3 parts. Because whatever part is here is 3 times Jake's is 3 times that amount in one of these spots. So then I start thinking about, okay, so I know that if I am taking a whole and breaking it into equal parts, then that is division. So I could write this as 12 divided by 3 equals what? How much would be in each part? I can also think of it as a missing factor, and I can say 3 times what is going to give me 12. Okay, because we know the relationship between multiplication and division. We know that our facts, 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 3 would be 4. The last thing we do is look at the question. How many laps did Caitlin run? All right, so we want to know how many laps did Caitlin run. So this would be Caitlin because her amount is basically one part of that 3 because his was 3 times the amount. So when I'm solving that, I can have, if I wanted to, I could write it as 12 divided by 3 equals L. Remember, I put my variable in for my unknown. And when I solve that, I should get 4. And so when I put 4 in here, I should realize that if I think that this 12, that is 3 times as much as that 4. And that's what the word problem says. So Caitlin ran 4 laps.